Yo, 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 what is up, man? It's your boy Damn D POV, and we are back with another video. Now, this audio that I'm going to play you was on the Clubhouse. All right. This was on the Clubhouse app. And I just want to play this because they had lawyers. Well, allegedly, I'm just going to say allegedly. Allegedly, they had lawyers in the Clubhouse talking about if Travis Scott is going to get sued. Like, is he going to financially be paying these people out of his own pocket? And just talking about the actual legal terms and situations, not just he say, she say, not what I say, not what you think, actual law. You know, there's a difference between what I think, what you think, and the actual law. So these people, it sounds like they are attorneys. Listen to the whole clip. Listen to everything. Trust me, you do not want to miss anything because it's very interesting details, and they hit on a lot of different topics that just me and you wouldn't think of. But these people that are speaking are actual law attorneys. They are club promoters and things like that. So they're going to give you a different insight of what could potentially happen to Travis Scott. So sit back and relax. It's going to be a long video. All right. Enjoy.
I mean, it's deep. It's deeper
It
than
does.
that.
It's deep, dude. And when you know that the cartels are actively selling tunnels to people from
Next to their name. Our title is Travis Scott's pockets finna get hit hard or not. I think everybody has, their own ideas. We're gonna try to wrap it up really quick. But before that, I got Phoenix here who has the actual lawsuit. She found the lawsuit filed against Travis Scott, so she's gonna just, read a few things off of that. Are you still cool with that, Phoenix?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just trying to pull a couple of the different facts so we could abbreviate.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So she's gonna just scan that really quick. What the heck?
Here.
Are you on speakerphone or something? You got an
Okay,
echo.
well, I am now, so I'm assuming you can hear me fine now. My headphones are not working.
Yeah, you
Um,
good now.
okay, so this is a lawsuit. It's filed by a Christian Paredes, Paredes, and it was filed actually yesterday. And it's filed against Jacques Berman, aka Travis Scott Webster II, Aubrey Drake Graham, aka Drake, Live Nation Entertainment, Harris County Sports and Convention Corporation. And so they are joint co-defendants, and this is a civil action filed in Harris County, Texas, in district court. And let's see. I'll just read you the facts of the case and then the causes of action, which is basically the basis for the legal action. So the facts are November 5th, 2021, defendant Jacques Berman Webster III, aka Travis Scott, performed at a concert. We know this upon information and belief. Travis Scott managed, maintained, produced, supervised, organized, and controlled the concert event called Astro World Festival 2021 that took place on November 5th at Harris County Sports and Convention Corporation. Prior to November 5th, 2021, defendant Jacques Berman Webster II, aka Travis Scott, had incited mayhem and chaos at prior events. Defendants knew or should have known of his prior conduct. Defendant Drake, a well known artist, was also a performer and a surprise guest performer. As Drake came on stage alongside Travis Scott, he helped incite the crowd, even though he knew of Travis Scott's prior conduct. Yet Drake put himself out on stage alongside Travis Scott and continued to be on stage performing alongside Travis Scott as the crowd became out of control. Drake even continued to perform on stage while the crowd mayhem continued. Plaintiff Christian Paredes attended the concert. While at the event, she was in front of the general admission section. The only thing separating general admission section and VIP section was a metal barrier. As Travis Scott's performance started shortly after 9 p.m., when the countdown on stage ended, the plaintiff felt an immediate push The crowd became chaotic and a stampede began, leaving 8 dead and dozens, including her, severely injured. Many begged security guards hired by Live Nation for help but were ignored. So the causes of action here are based in negligence, as I've said multiple times since this case was first brought up this weekend. So the basis for negligence is that defendants were negligent for inciting a riot and violence. At the time of the incident, plaintiff was an invitee at the property in question, and the property is owned, controlled, and/or managed by defendants. Defendants knew or should have known of Travis Scott's prior conduct. Defendants were responsible for providing security services at the concert at the subject premises. Defendants were responsible for providing emergency medical services at the concert at subject premises. Defendants encouraged and allowed the subject premises to become overcrowded and was filled beyond capacity. The occurrence here is the occurrence herein was due to negligence, carelessness, and recklessness of the defendants, their agents, servants, and employees in the ownership, management, maintenance, operation, supervision, and control of the subject premises. The plaintiff received no warnings prior to the incident and was without fault. She did not contribute to the incident in question. Her injury was proximately caused by the negligence of defendant's agents, servants, employees, and/or representatives. And in all times mentioned herein, the defendant owed duties to plaintiff, including but not limited to the following: by vicarious acts and omissions, breached these duties, each of which singularly or in combination was a proximate cause of the occurrence in question and plaintiff's injuries. A, failing to maintain pathways of the pedestrian areas located on the premises in a reasonably safe manner, permitting the general admission area to become a dangerous condition, permitting the general admission area to remain a dangerous condition, failing to I think they mean properly train its employees, failing to supervise its employees, failing to provide plaintiff a safe place in which to be involved in entertainment activities of which defendant is in the business of providing, and failing to properly and timely inspect the area. Okay, so then they're also asserting what's called the doctrine of respondeat superior, which means vicarious liability. It just basically means that your employer is responsible for your acts so long as you are working within the scope of these. And so they're further asserting negligent hiring, negligent entrustment, negligent training and safety implementation, and negligent retention. They're asserting losses by the plaintiff and um, let's see, approximate cause of a result. Okay, we know this already. She's asking for medical, for compensation for medical expenses. And I was trying to find the last part. Okay, here we go. Okay. So the plaintiff requests the defendants be cited to appear in answer, and on final trial hereafter, plaintiff have judgment against defendants jointly and severally in an amount within the jurisdictional limits of this court, and unless one of them can show that the other one was responsible and they were not, they will not be excused from the action. So that's pretty much it. And you can find this online through ewscripts.brightspotcdn.com. Any questions?
Does anybody have any questions about that? That's
All I got
crazy.
to say, they about to smoke his boots.
Yeah, that's wild.
Well, the thing is I think the cap here is going to be $1 million in this particular lawsuit, but depending on the outcome of this case, it can then be persuasive in any other actions that are filed. So we'll see what happens.
I can definitely see Travis Scott cashing out all the victims that passed, their families and stuff. I can see him doing that shit like right now, right now. But as far as those lawsuits where everybody got supposedly injured, because I mean, I don't know, man. I could easily say, "Oh yeah, I fell," and then you know what I mean. I could just have a motherfucker break my jaw and be like, "I got my bro choking over there." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, a court is not going to give somebody $1 million for, like, a broken wrist. Like, it has to be a reasonable amount. And
Right.
a lot of times you can file a lawsuit, and I've done this. I'll file a lawsuit, and then the insurance company will say, okay, fine, let's negotiate, because they don't want to have to pay the expense of outside litigation, for
Right.
outside counsel. So it's cheaper for them. They'll do a cost benefit analysis. They'll say, okay, it's cheaper for us to pay her for her broken wrist out of pocket than to
Right.
go through the cost of a trial.
And the sports park that was taking place, the grounds, the location, they're gonna get slammed because they obviously don't have a traffic control, crowd control, situation over there. Like, if you could just let everybody up in there, and you don't, and people aren't separated at least arm's length. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem.
Well, and that's part of the action. They're saying it was overcrowded. They were beyond capacity, and that
Yeah.
would fall not just to the venue. The venue is liable for the premises liability, but also to to Live Nation for admitting people over capacity.
Were they over capacity before or after the extras came in and bombarded the whole place?
That's really
Was
specified. Well, I'll read it again, but I don't think that it's specified.
It probably won't be till later, huh?
Well, they also, at the opening of the lawsuit, they're, asking that discovery level should be conducted in this case. And I should say, as a disclaimer, this is filed in Texas, in a Texas court, and I'm only licensed to practice law in North Carolina. But basically, what that means is that not all of the facts, in evidence have been discovered yet, and they plan to conduct discovery in order to find further information to help them prove their case.
Was the Lollapalooza charges in 2015 cleared yet, or is it still going on? You know?
I don't know that. I did read something, but I don't want to say either way. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I have a question, Miss Phoenix.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Okay. You said there's going to be a cap from $1 million for the lawsuits. Now, far as wrongful death lawsuits, I'm pretty sure they about to start getting a gang of them coming in for the 8 deaths. So I'm pretty sure of one of those deaths, out of all those people, 2 or 3 people gonna get $1 million settlement behind their losing a family member at this concert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As far as people,
I think it's capped in this suit because she has only claimed up to $1 million. But um, as to the wrongful death, that'll depend on a couple of different things. It'll depend on Texas state statutory cap for wrongful death, and that's, as far as the litigation goes. But if it's a situation where they settle it with the risk management carrier, which is an insurance company, then it will depend on what their liability limits are. So, for instance, if they had like an umbrella policy that says, okay, $20 million is our limit for all liability, and we know that we have 10 people dead, then they would have to split that 20 million amongst those 10 families. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I hope they got that type of money, for the insurance to cover, because it's about to get real ugly, man.
and the people that were supposedly stuck by whatever the case may be, their defense, on Travis Scott and Drake's defense, you were like, how do we know they didn't do that shit to themselves, committed suicide or some shit like that? So, like, you just gotta look at it like that too. This is gonna
Well,
be
and it's
crazy.
not a criminal case, so you don't have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. It just has to be,
Exactly.
a standard of clear and convincing evidence. So if it's, you're looking at a crowd of people being stampeded, it's more
Right.
likely than not that that was the cause of their death.
So this
You
is
know, the
gonna be
criminal,
like a real crowd. This is gonna be like a crowd control situation for sure. I can see that.
the real problem will
If
come
they
in
ever
that
if
who's
they
why
ever
they run
do
around stabbing people in the neck with syringes.
I don't know. The same reasons I would want to come out. The same reason I would just want to come outside because I'm pissed off at the world and I just want to beat the fuck out of somebody, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be having issues, bro. Like I ain't bipolar or nothing like that, but sometimes they gotta be hot, bro. And then I'm like, I want to walk. I just want to walk up to somebody and they give them business, bro. But you know, there's an action of wanting to do it, and then you actually, well, then you got motherfuckers like that that actually do that shit. So
You see, in
I
that type
don't
of
know, bro.
situation, for every
It's a
accident
cold game.
you
It's a
got,
cold game, bro. As far as letting your little babies go into shit like that, where I know dope be at and all that, like, come on, bro. Astro World
Yeah.
is Astro World isn't a rap show. It's a rave. I mean, it's a rave for his generation, which are majority children under the age of 18. That's why you had a couple people that died. What did they say the age range was? Between 14 and like 27 or some shit. Majority of them kids was under 18. So that's why it's covering so much media because they were for they were
is the
kids.
9 year old dead or he's fighting for his life?
The youngest kid that died was 14. He was like a little baseball player or some shit.
I heard it was something like 10, 14, 16,
I'm
ages
so
A
around
tired of
there.
this.
9-year-old boy.
No, on the news on the news it confirmed and they showed pictures of everybody that died already. And they're between 14 and 27.
See, I seen one this morning with a little black boy, 9-year old. His dad was holding.
All of these kids make it that are
Yeah,
healthy.
amen. Ma'am, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I'm just surmising what they might have thought. Even if they were uncomfortable, why did they stay? That was the question that was posed.
Yeah, because the
And
gentleman.
Asked you with a gun or a rifle or some shit at Walmart. Are you gonna stay out Walmart, bro?
well, that's an extreme example, but I'll give you an example that might be
Yeah, but what's
a little more
but Travis,
understandable. Have you ever ordered some food at a restaurant that you knew was $30, but it didn't taste that great, but you said, I'm gonna eat it anyway because I paid for it?
yeah.
Exactly.
Have you
You
ever
know, these
told your
people
child,
paid
dude,
for
don't
those
do something and
tickets.
they do it anyway?
Well, right, but what I'm
Was he
saying is that
refunding money?
the people paid for their tickets. So most of
He
the time,
probably
if you pay for something, even if you're a little uncomfortable, they probably said, well, I'll stay anyway because I paid for this concert.
Dude just said
I'm
those
just
tickets was between.
surmising.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I'm just surmising what they might have thought. Even if they were uncomfortable, why did they stay? That was the question that was posed.
Yeah, because the
And
gentleman just said that his tickets was between $300 to $1,500.
hell yeah.
Can I
I'm trying to
speak on
figure
that
out how
real
they were
quick?
supposed
You
to
know
be
how
able
much
to leave.
you know how much them VIP tickets cost, and I'd be mad as fuck if I was there, because you want to kick me out of my VIP spot to put all these dead bodies and all these limp bodies in my area. That, you know what I'm saying? At that point, I'd probably be like, damn, I gotta help these people too. But like,
I'm
What
not
kind of
gonna.
music you like? Because I'm gonna make sure my ass ain't never at a concert you at.
Exactly, because what?
I ain't gonna say he was leaving right off that, but it seemed like he was trying to prevent some type of something because he put his son on his shoulder. So I
yeah,
mean, you know,
I'm sure he knew at that point. He was like, damn, I can't move. I gotta lift my baby up over my shoulders so my baby can move.
uh,
You know. But I like me personally. I'll go to a heavy metal concert over a rap concert, man, just because that's just way more lit, man.
okay, Whack 100 in the building.
Like, what up?
What's good, Wack?
Peace, Whack.
Yo, what up with it?
I just got done
Hey,
reading
Wack.
the lawsuit that was filed against Travis Scott. It's sort of aligned with what I was speaking to
Who
you about
filed a
earlier
lawsuit on
today.
Travis Scott? Who wasting their
Yeah.
time like that?
who didn't?
A lady who was injured
I heard it was
this
you, Wack.
weekend.
She wasting her motherfucking time. He gonna spend some money on attorneys, but she wasting her motherfucking time suing Travis
Well,
Scott.
Wack, do you remember earlier when I was
But I be
saying
trying to
that they
tell
would
you.
be held jointly and severally responsible? Remember when I was talking about that
But
in
that all
another
depends
room?
on how his deal is written with Live Nation.
Exactly. Well, that's who the suit was filed against. It was filed against him, Drake, Live Nation, and
Now
the
stop. Now
venue.
stop. Wait. See, now that's where the bullshit coming at. Did Drake do a full set or did he?
Now, I'm gonna pause it right here because I don't want this video to be too long. But it gets really interesting when Whack 100 comes in because he really breaks it down. And then there's another attorney that's gonna come in later on and explain a whole bunch of other legal aspects of this whole Travis Scott suing thing. So you know, I thought this would definitely, you know, just be interesting for y'all to hear, you know what I'm saying? Not just the he say, she say stuff, but the actual legal side of, you know, can Travis Scott be sued? Will he get sued? Who should be sued? How should he be sued? Like, it really gets good in part 2. So I'm gonna cut it off right here, but the next video will be part 2. All right. So other than that, it's your boy Damn D. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got more videos, man. We out.